Nelson Mandela became a universal emblem for his fight for liberty and self-rule. In his lifetime, Mandela was a lawyer, a freedom fighter, a leader of the African National Congress, and finally a president to his African people. Mandela was arrested under sabotage led by his created group Umkhonto, which were false claims. Mandela was authoritative but fair, and did not think violence was always the answer to predicaments. Nelson Mandela performed his speech, "I am prepared to die," in the courtroom and held his listeners captive for 4 hours. On April 20th, 1964, Nelson Mandela rose in a courtroom to give his speech. The speech was given when Nelson was questioned on the Rivonia trial. Nelson says that Rivonia can't be headquarters for Umkhonto because it's an ideal place where outlaws live. Mandela then explains why and then refers to the roots and policy of the organization. He gave this speech because him and friends were on trial for treason because of sabotage thought to be led by Mandela's group, Umkhonto. In his speech, he explains he did not want to sabotage, but by doing it peacefully so that others weren't harmed. He wanted the government punished for its irresponsibility over cruel murders that white people led. Mandela knew that many in the room thought that Umkhonto was capable of the falsely claimed acts charged against them. He had to craft his words wisely because he was talking about white supremacy when most of the crowd listening was white. Listening to this speech was the jury, but millions heard him. Parts of his speech were quoted in the newspaper following the speech. He gave a lot of factual information about the situation in Africa, knowing others were listening. What is remarkable about this speech is Mandela and his friends were still sentenced to life imprisonment. Many were moved after hearing this powerful and awe-inspiring speech. Co-defendant Dennis Goldberg called this speech a moment of history. During his speech, Mandela uses strong words that convey his anger over the government. In Mandela's final thoughts, he wraps up with these strong words. "During my lifetime, I have dedicated myself to the struggle of the African people. I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all people live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die." This speech was interesting to me because of Mandela's love and commitment he had for Africa for staying in prison for 27 years on false charges. We need more leaders in the world like Mandela, who are peaceful frequently and will sacrifice everything for the betterment of their country.